Hello everyone, back again from the camper on the driveway on another rainy afternoon. What's happened to the weather? Anyway, I hope you're keeping safe. Let's go to a landlocked county this week. Remember, landlocked means there's no coastline. We're going to go to Warwickshire, which is in the West Midlands. County town of Warwickshire is indeed Warwick. It's about 88 miles from here. Take us about an hour, hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, something like that. So Warwickshire, what is it famous for? Well, it's famous for Warwick Castle. People come from all over the world to visit this imposing castle. It was originally wooden, then it was later built in stone when King Henry II reigned. It's a really top tourist attraction. I have been lucky to go a couple of times, and one thing I would really recommend doing if you haven't had the chance to do it, if you get the chance to do ice skating at Warwick Castle, it's something that they used to do it in the winter time, but it's so nice because as it starts to go dark you can ice skate in the centre, and you've got those stone walls around you. It feels really special, especially close to Christmas time. What else is Warwickshire famous for? Well, it's home to William Shakespeare, very well-known playwright. He was born in Stratford-upon-Avon. If you visit Stratford-upon-Avon, you can visit his birthplace. You can also go to Anne Hathaway's cottage. Now, Anne Hathaway was his wife, and Anne Hathaway's cottage is where she spent some of her childhood. And Stratford-upon-Avon is also home to the Royal Shakespeare Theatre, which is home to the Royal Shakespeare Company as well, and they do loads and loads of Shakespeare's plays, and the theatre sits right by the river. It's quite imposing sat there. Another place I wanted to mention in Warwickshire is Coventry. It's historically famous for making cars, for being a place of lots of car factories. But during World War II, Coventry suffered one of the most devastating bomb raids to ever fall on UK soil. Even Coventry Cathedral was hit by bombs during the Second World War. And some of you, without realising, might even recognise parts of Coventry and the ruins of the cathedral. If you've ever watched the film Nativity, which actually I love, in Nativity, it is based and filmed in and around Coventry, and they use some of the cathedral as the backdrop. I seem to remember a child kind of abseiling down, not abseiling, on a zip wire down onto the stage, but part of that scene and that filming is in Coventry. And my last Warwickshire fact, if you're a fan of Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit stories, then Shire in his books is a reference to Middle-earth. But apparently Middle-earth is based on Warwickshire, because Tolkien lived in a Warwickshire village, which is now part of Birmingham, and this is where apparently he drew his inspiration for Hobbiton, and the Shire was actually from Warwickshire itself. Okay, I'll be back soon with another landlocked county, and that one is Herefordshire.